Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So I'm heading for my injections. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous. I got up quite early this morning, I got up for Fajr and I didn't go back to sleep after that. Just heading out for these injections now. Now, these injections, the spinal injections, they're going to be a couple that they're going to give me that go into one into the base of my spine and one into the middle of my spine to try and reduce some of the swelling around my spinal cord. And the thing is about this is the doctor called me up a couple of weeks ago, and he said that with the current crisis with COVID, there's an increased risk of real susceptibility after this to COVID. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest with you, because I've got a funeral to attend today as well, and I'm really in two minds that whether I go to this funeral or not, and how can I miss it. So it's a tough one. I mean, I just said bye to my kids, gave them all a hug, gave my mum a hug and a kiss, and my daughter, as I was giving her a hug, she asked me, why do you want a hug as you're leaving the house? Do you know? Because I could tell she knew that there was something different today. So we'll see. I mean, these injections, they're quite safe generally, but they're not the most pleasant of things. I'm someone who hates needles anyway, and this, yeah, I'm someone who hates needles anyway, and these can be quite painful. So let's see. Let's get there and see what happens. And as usual, my appointment's at 10 o'clock. The clock's showing 25 minutes. The appointment's at 10 o'clock. And the clock's showing that it's 9:30, and I've got 25 minutes to get there. So hopefully I should get there with about 5 minutes to spare, and that'll be a record for me. So I'll see you when I get there. We're just pulling into the hospital car park. I mean, the last time I was here, my wife was here for an ultrasound, and I stood around the car park because they've got all these mulched beds. So I was walking around the car park looking for mushrooms in the mulched beds. So I think I've got 5 minutes, so I might do that for 5 minutes before I go in. I'll park at the other end of the car park, and then it'll give me a chance to walk past the mulch beds when I walk to the entrance. So I've just finished the injections, and as always, it was painful as anything. It hurt. I mean, yeah, it's quite painful when they do the injection. It feels like they're injecting fire inside you. It's a weird sensation when they inject you, and I feel quite numb now that I've had the injection. My legs are quite wobbly, but all credit to the NHS staff, absolutely brilliant people. The nurses, fantastic. Take a right. The nurses were absolutely fantastic. You know, the way they reassure you, the way they look after you. They understand a lot because they're dealing with people in pain, so they know what you're going through. They're seeing it all the time. They're seeing the suffering, and they're very empathetic. Absolutely fantastic. The doctor was really good as well. Gave me some really good advice afterwards. So I'm just heading home. My wife's driving me home. As always, she's my rock. She looks after me with these kind of things and pretty much everything else. And as you can probably tell by the quality of this camera work, I'm recording it. I can't hold a camera, I can't shoot a film to save my life. She normally does it. So yeah, I'll see when I get home. I mean, they've told me to have a couple of days rest, and then once I've had a couple of days rest, then can get doing some mild exercises, start warming up again. We'll see how it goes. Because of the anaesthetic, I feel quite numb, so I can't tell if it's had an effect or not, and I can't tell what and if there's any benefits. So we'll see what happens after a few days once the anaesthetic's worn off, and see what the steroids does. Has it taken down some of the swelling in my nerves? The reason that I have these injections is because I have slipped discs in my back. For a lot of doctors, this is still quite experimental. They're not sure what's causing the pain. Some are of the opinion that it's the slip discs. Some are of the opinion that you're just born that way and it's something that you're in. It's a weakness within you. I mean, that's one of the theories that the pain management services that I was referred to have, and they want you to use mindfulness techniques and meditation to meditate your way out of the pain. I don't know. I mean, when the doctors are undecided, I don't know where you stand. So let me get home, let me go see my kids, and I'm sure I'll feel better just after seeing them. So I'll see you when I get home. Hello.
Why did they put that on?
They put that on so they know who you are, what your name and address is, and they need to be able to look after you in hospital. They need to be able to identify you. They need to be able to know who they're treating.
Baba can't pick you up.
That's the mark that the doctor made on my shoulder to make sure that he was injecting the right side. Still feel a little bit wobbly, and I'm supposed to be going to a funeral today. One of my students' mothers passed away, so keep them in your du'as, inshallah. I'm trying to decide on what to do. If I can get straight by the time the funeral is, I'm gonna go. So can you sit?
Yes.
So that's so they know which side to do the operation on. Well, and the injections, so they know which side to do it on. So I'll give you the updates of the results on one of my live streams or one of my other videos. I'll leave it there for this one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.